It was first conceived right back in 1904. A guy by the name of P.S. Hay, working for the Public Works Department, actually did a New Zealand-wide study into hydroelectric potential right across the country and identified it way back then.
The original concept for Manapouri was to have a power station fed by one great super lake, which was affected by raising Lake Manapouri about 100 feet in those days, and it would have been one great big super lake joined in with Te Anau. There was virtually no consideration given to the environmental impacts of that raising. The whole Save Manapouri campaign really was the birthplace of the modern environmental movement in New Zealand. And that action culminated with a petition of 250,000 plus signatures, which was presented to Parliament.
It was a very courageous decision, I think, for organising, putting in a local group as advisors on lake management, people who had been driving the campaign to save the situation, for a power station was generating 15% of New Zealand's electricity. So, integrating conservation with development was a major outcome of that exercise.
Manapouri being isolated at the bottom of the South Island with no road access and in an environmentally sensitive area, being a national park and later on a World Heritage Park, gave huge challenges.
When Manapouri was first put together, building a tunnel through the Fiordland and out to the coast is just a massive engineering feat. So the biggest problem of that is building the construction, ferrying people across to it. They brought the Wanganella in as a kind of city on a ship.
When the second tail race came along as a proposal, ECNZ had the reins in those days, and they'd learnt a lot from the mistakes of others previous to ECNZ. They consulted with the local community, they consulted with the environmental experts and the scientists. Further on, when Meridian took over from ECNZ, they actually took over that project.
All the infrastructure had gone from the original construction, as you'd imagine, so we basically had to start again from scratch. We had to build villages, accommodation, transport arrangements, so all those were major challenges. The rock was very hard, it's got a lot of granite in it, it's got a lot of quartz in it.
And it's no small feat, a second tunnel, 10 kilometres in the national, World Heritage area. And to do that and get accolades at an international global forum is pretty significant.
We're still learning, we're still doing things we believe better than we used to do, but there's certainly been a great deal learnt from those earlier days, from those earlier mistakes, and the environmental aspects of all jobs is ranked very, very high these days.
We benchmarked the power station against 700 other hydro generators around the globe, and we've found that Manapouri is in the top 3. No, it's not 3%, the top 3 power stations in the globe in terms of efficiency and profitability of output. It's hugely important to us.
People lost their lives building Manapouri. People put years in a really isolated place for themselves and their families, and they produce something that continues to add huge value to New Zealand because it's renewable energy and it's manufactured in effect by using the water, which is a natural resource.